you, everybody. It is fabulous to be here. And I have a question for you. When, as a leader in healthcare, do you lose perspective? When do you zoom in so close that all you see is one single point of data? You see one piece in the whole puzzle. Is it when you and your staff have worked incredibly hard to accommodate a family's requests, and you're not moving the needle? They are not getting happier. And now you're concerned this is going to burn out your floor staff, and they're going to call in and say they can't make it today. Do you lose perspective when you look at your KPIs for the umpteenth time? Do you lose perspective when your facility loses power on a Saturday at 11 o'clock at night during a snowstorm? It always happens at night, right? And you do not want to be a servant leader in that moment. All you want to do is get a good night's sleep. COVID challenged us in ways we have not experienced previously, when our resilience was tested day in and day out. Our ability to bounce back, to stretch and not break. As we were caring for others, the idea of caring for ourselves seemed so far and so remote. There were days when we could do it, when we had enough energy, we had enough reserve to do it that day. But there were also days when it was just humanly impossible, it was untenable to keep carrying that load. And so those were the days we went into our office, we closed the door, we took off the mask, the face shield, and we pounded our fists. Or we cried. Or we just put our heads down on our desk for 3 minutes. And then cleaned ourselves up, we put the mask back on, the face shield went back on, we opened the door, and we went out to help and lead those who were helping our patients. Our family during COVID lost perspective. We were losing hope, we were losing connection to one another. And so we decided we have got to do something, we've got to regroup. We decided, when travel restrictions lifted, to take a dream vacation to Hawaii, to reconnect, to rejuvenate. We researched everything we would do, all of the waterfalls, all of the history, all of the museums, the beaches. We also researched food. One of the things we knew we wanted to try was shaved ice, which is an Italian delicacy. It's ice cream, and then shaved ice, and then you have your toppings. The first day we're in Hawaii, we hike up to a gorgeous waterfall. Oh, and my heart is open, and it's being renewed. On the way back to the hotel, we see a shaved ice stand right next to the ocean. It's idyllic. Can it get any better? We pull over, and on the outside of this stand is all of the 50 choices you can select from. There's pictures and descriptions. You can get a patriotic shave ice with blueberries and strawberries and whipped cream. But I think I can probably get something like that at home. I want to go all in. I want to try something so new, something that's just going to blow my mind. I look through the list and I see, adzuki bean. That is the one I'm going to get. I say to my husband, I'm going to get the adzuki bean. I'm pretty sure it's like a superfood, like acai berries or goji berries. And my husband says, babe, no, it's a bean. It's a bean. And I'm like, no, I'm pretty sure it's a superfood. It's like, babe, it's a bean. So we get our shave ice, and I am super pumped, and then I'm super disappointed because it is a bean. My ice cream is covered with 100 little kidney beans. And my husband's like, see, babe, it was a bean. And I'm like, I'm so super over you right now. So I'm looking at this, and I eat it because I grew up on a farm, and you are always part of the Keep Your Plate Clean Club. And because we're all in healthcare here, I will tell you, my superfood was not the beans, but the beans did keep me super regular for the rest of the trip. As I looked at my beans, I realized, oh, I know the word adzuki. It was not in the aisle with the other superfood at the grocery store. It was in the super humble aisle with like kidney and pinto and black beans. Here was the lesson for me that day. I was so convinced I knew what it was based on one thing, what I wanted it to be. Not based on fact. Fact was here, a description, a picture. Not based on wise counsel, babe, it's a bean. No. Based only on what I wanted it to be. So today, as we look at resilience, how we stretch without breaking, as we look at fighting burnout, think about the times when you have lost perspective because you've narrowed in on one little thing. We're going to talk about how we zoom out using research, science, and you'll leave with 3 steps you can start implementing today to help you and your staff be more resilient.